and welcome to the Bucket List Show. I'm Tammy Crandell with Journey Venture Travel and Tours and Barron Real Estate. And I'm also joined by my co-host, Rebecca Danise, who's also with Barron Real Estate and Superior Storage.
Yes, Superior Storage, yes.
We have a very special guest in house with us today, Christina Loftus. And so welcome to the show, Christina.
Well, glad to be here.
We just want to remind everybody that the intention of our show, the Bucket List Show, is here to serve you so we can help you fill your bucket to live your most abundant life. And that all is different for everybody.
Yep,
We've talked about that in the past. It could be that you're wanting to paddleboard for the first time, you're wanting to improve something in your life, whether that's buying a home for the first time or investment properties. It could be something as simple as improving how you practice self-care.
Right.
And that's where Christina is going to help us today. We're going to talk a lot about what she does, and we'll go there. So again, welcome, Christina. Thank you for joining us. So tell us a little bit about how you got started with Mary Kay, and what made you do that?
Well, I've been in Mary Kay almost 25 years.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time.
I'm married. I have 3 grown children. And my background is nursing. I'm a registered nurse. And I enjoyed patient care, but I didn't like the politics that went with it. I didn't like the hours and the stress of the job.
And the holidays.
Working holidays and weekends. So I just started praying about a way I could make money and stay at home. And I was already a Mary Kay customer, and someone shared the business side with me. And I thought, well, let me give this a shot. I could have flexible schedule, work my own hours, be there for my growing family. They were 4, 6, and 10 at the time.
Wow, nice.
And I figured if I didn't like it, I could always go back to nursing. But as you can tell, I love it. So.
Oh, that's it. That's it. And you have just come so far, so many great strides. So, you attend very large conventions every year. So you talk to us a little bit about, there's nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back. So could you share some of your accolades?
Yeah, I've been in what we call Queen's Court of Sales over 15 times, where we earn diamond rings. In fact, the first time I earned my diamond ring, I didn't even know that was a prize. I just got to work. I didn't want to have to go back to the hospital. I've earned over 11 Mary Kay cars. A lot of people don't realize there's 3 levels of cars. And I'm driving a brand new Chevy Trax, and they pay 80% of my insurance. They pay my tax, tag, and title.
Perfect.
And Mary Kay they just love the sales force. They treat us as their customer. And Mary Kay just celebrated our 60th anniversary.
Oh, that's fantastic.
60 years.
And Mary Kay's grandson is our brand new CEO. And that was one of Mary Kay's dreams come true. And he wasn't just put in that position because he was her grandson. He's been with the company for about 22 years, and so he's worked his way up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And her great-granddaughter, Jessica Bear, is also part of the Mary Kay Ash Foundation. And that's a foundation that raises money to help with cancer research that affect women and also domestic violence.
Oh, that's a great program.
And I actually got to be there when Mary Kay awarded Martha's House in Okeechobee a $20,000 check for their Martha's House, which is a domestic violence shelter in Okeechobee.
And so a lot of people don't realize that, sometimes they think, okay, well, this is just a little side gig or something, but this is really your career. Is that correct?
It's a large company.
You choose what you want. I didn't want to go back to nursing, and I just got to work and made it a full-time career. You can come in and have a side hustle, make some extra money, or you can change careers if you want, or do both.
Perfect.
And it's all up to you.
So you're considered a director?
I'm a sales director in Mary Kay. I've been a sales director for over 20 years. So besides my customers, I have a unit of women that I train and work with.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so Mary Kay, it's privately owned, right? It's a family business?
Yep. Privately owned. Family are still very involved. We're debt-free. We were on the public stock market for a while, and that was to help grow the company and to raise money. But when shareholders started wanting to make changes that Mary Kay didn't like, she, for example, one of the shareholders said, Mary Kay, now that you're a more mature company, maybe the pink Cadillac should be gray. And she was saying, why would I do that? It's really popular.
Yeah, that doesn't
So
make
she looked to
sense.
see how many shares this person owned, and this person only owned 3 shares. So
Yeah.
that's an example of why they decided to buy back the stock, and now it's privately owned.
Well, then this way they followed their same mission of when they started 60 years ago.
Right.
That's right.
How
That's
fabulous.
right.
Is all the makeup and everything, the nail polish, is everything made in America? Or is it outsourced? or-
97% of the products are made here
Okay,
in
perfect.
the U.S. We have a
Nice.
brand new manufacturing plant near Dallas, state of the art, and we were able to pivot during COVID and start making hand sanitizers and soap that helped
good.
us become an essential business. There are still a few items that, like we have some Korean products and some eye pencils and stuff like that. A few items aren't made here in the U.S., but the majority of it,
Right.
Oh,
it
good.
is.
Well, one of
Perfect.
the things I mentioned when we started the show was self-care. So, Mary Kay is not just about makeup, right?
No.
Okay. And it's not necessarily just about women, right?
Right.
Okay. So, what types of things do you cover beyond makeup with Mary Kay?
Well, I feel like the flexibility I have, I can be there with my family. My new grandbaby is up in Maine,
Oh, very
so
good.
I can have a flexible schedule and go visit him. And we have what's called a customer delivery service. So if my customers do need something and I'm not home, I can have it directly shipped from Mary Kay to
Oh,
them.
perfect.
We have men's products. In fact, we have men that are at the top of our company. We just had a man become a national sales director in Mary
Oh,
Kay. He actually lives
fantastic.
in St. Cloud, so
That's good.
it is open to men
Nice.
as well.
So on the products related to the self-care, so for men and women, you have, the whole array of what we should do for our skin, our face, hands, and that's where you could guide us on what we do need.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Our products, I always tell women, skincare is what's important.
Okay.
Makeup is the icing on the cake, and of course, if you want to look more professional, I encourage women to wear makeup. But you want to take care of your skin, and we have a satin hand treatment, satin lip treatment. We have a variety of different products. And what's great about Mary Kay is you get together with a consultant and have a free consultation, try all the products, never any obligation. And we also have a 100% money back guarantee on all our products. So if something's not right, I can gladly exchange it or refund your money. And Mary Kay will send me replacement products.
Okay, perfect.
So it never comes out of my pocket.
Oh, good.
I can keep happy, loyal customers.
Well, that's a nice thing because it's hard to switch makeup in general. I haven't been a big person with makeup. I'm recently just trying to start makeup and switch it around. So I'm probably in need of a consultation. I finally threw out all the stuff that I bought at TJ Maxx that I've had for 5 years and trying to streamline it. But it's, when
Right.
someone's knowledgeable, that's where the benefit comes in.
Right. I
Versus,
always say I come with the products. Our products are actually reasonably priced compared to a lot of other department store brands. So I encourage people to give us a try.
Oh, sure.
perfect.
And I'm a huge Mary Kay fan. I absolutely am. I use
Okay.
a lot of their products, makeup and face wash and moisturizers, timeless aging products. Which just kind of brings up that point that, as we go through life and we transfer, we're not 20 anymore, or not 30 anymore. We need to adjust or amend or change those things that we're using,
Right.
from that perspective, right?
Yeah, and we do got to take care of our skin. It's just as important as part of our health, to take care of our skin and, exfoliate or whatever else we need to do. Especially here in Florida. I mean, these sunspots have just I don't know where they all came from the last 4 years, but they're here now. It's all that baby oil from when I was a kid.
Oh, sure.
And we have specific products for those
Okay.
different situations.
Perfect. So if someone wanted to have a consult, obviously could they go to your website? Do they call you? How would they do that for a consult?
Any way they want. They can
Okay,
call me, and my
perfect.
phone number is 772-475-8669. Or
Perfect.
they can text or call or email me. It's
Perfect. Good.
Pink Caddy, PINKCADDYCL, like my initials, 25 @gmail.com.
It's funny. I've never seen the pink Cadillac. I'll have to look online. I remember watching you online with the conference. Where was that conference?
In
That-
Dallas.
Okay, yeah, because that was, the whole show of the conference was huge. How many people attended that?
Probably about 10,000 women times 4. We have
Wow.
four different groups.
Wow, so 40,000 people at that
And we have 4
conference.
million beauty consultants worldwide, so yeah.
Wow, that's
That's-
amazing. I didn't realize it was that big. I guess I just didn't understand it. So that's
Yeah.
a great.
Well, and then you think about the impact that makes economically. If you look at, people who are pouring the income that they're making into the local areas that they're in,
Right.
whether that, is supporting local vendors and or supporting local charities that are in such great need too.
Yeah, even like the Mary Kay Ash program, to be able to give it to Okeechobee, that impacts locally what you're doing.
Right.
And, that's a fabulous program. So that's awesome. And
Yeah, they give 2 grants to each state in the country. So
that's
to different
fabulous.
areas. So I know Safe Space has received them in the past in Stewart. And
what a
about
commitment, though.
97 cents on the dollar goes directly to those causes.
And that was part of the mission initially when she started this 60 years ago?
Not right away. She started the Mary Kay Ash Foundation because her husband Mel passed away of cancer. And then several years later, she decided to start focusing on domestic violence as well. So.
Perfect. And when she initially started it, was she, a mother working from home? What was her initial plan to start the business in general, just
When
out
you-
of curiosity?
Yeah, when you read Mary Kay's autobiography, she has experienced everything women have experienced. She was a single mother in the 50s with 3 children. Her husband came home and decided he didn't want to be married anymore. And she chose sales because she felt like that was a flexible business that she could work around her children. And then she remarried, but she was always experiencing the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
They would say, "Oh, Mary Kay, you're thinking like a woman." If
Yeah.
only they would have known she was going to be a founder of a $4 billion company and a $4 million consultants rather.
Oh, yes.
They wouldn't have said that.
That's right.
So finally, the final straw was she was training someone to be her assistant, and after he was done being trained, he got the title and position she was supposed to get. And she was in her 40s. We don't know exactly how old she was, and she decided to retire. She had had enough. And then she started writing a list of the positives and negatives about direct sales, and she thought, maybe I should start my own company.
Good for her. Good for her. Well, it empowers women. I mean, obviously now there's men involved, but it's a great story because, years ago, even probably when we started banking, there was the glass ceiling.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So I think we're in a much different environment now. So that is absolutely fabulous that she did all that.
Yeah, she went through several obstacles when she was getting ready to open her doors of Mary Kay. Her second husband passed away of a heart attack right at the kitchen table, and he was going to take care of the administrative side. And but God had a plan. Her 21-year-old son, Richard Rogers, she didn't know at the time, was a financial genius. So he's a lot of the reason they're successful behind the scenes.
Good.
So.
And when you started 25 years ago, how does someone start up working with Mary Kay? Because it's an outside sales, so, you got your own little mini business plan. So if I wanted to start it, how would I start to become a consultant?
Well, we have 2 ways you can join the company. We have a $30 e-start, and that gives you buying privileges with Mary Kay and your website. With COVID, we've learned how to do a lot of things virtually, so that's when they added the e-start. Or for $135, you can get the full starter kit, which contains over $400 worth of products that help you do your parties and
Right.
demonstrate the products and all that, plus your website and samples and mirrors and all that. So, and then as a director, I help train you. And you might start off with your family and friends, but there's so many ways to meet people and introduce them to the product. So I never say depend on your family and friends. You just start out that way. But I've really grown in this business, believe it or not. I'm an introvert. I used to hate networking. Now I love it. So I've learned.
You're a pro. You're a pro, Christina.
Yeah, you're nice and comfortable.
I've learned how to do it. And I've always loved people. And so you just keep working at it.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
it's a nice way to serve people too, because it's so important that we look good, we feel good, that just builds everything
Well,
else.
and that affects your confidence.
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
you feel good about the way you look, that makes a big difference. But we've got a little bit more we're going to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. Are you looking to buy, sell, or lease your commercial property? Do you want to sell your business? Do you need a property manager? The Jeremiah Barron and Company commercial real estate experts have managed over $1 billion in commercial real estate transactions. Our agents focus on each client's specific needs to deliver results. For more information, visit treasurecoastcommercialrealestate.com. Located in St. Lucie West, Barron Academy is a private school that caters to students with autism and other unique needs. Barron Academy hosts grades K to 8, offering paced lessons and smaller class sizes guided by a passionate team of experienced educators. Curriculums are tailored to each student's abilities, which builds confidence while nurturing learning. For more information, visit exceptionalacademymypsl.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Rebecca Danise from the Barron, and also today we want to give a shout out to Superior Storage. They were the one that provided this today, so we could have Christina from Mary Kay on the show. So we're going to continue with some questions. One of the questions I have, I know Mary Kay's platform was to sell with their directors on the road. Is there a specific reason, or was there any thought that they would become retail, like a storefront? Especially in this environment that it's so competitive with makeup. You go on Facebook and you need to buy this one or that one. Was there any thoughts on that or anything you could share on that piece?
Well, Mary Kay always felt like if you're taking your makeup off in the privacy of your home, you're more comfortable. So she never wanted to put it into retail stores, even though the company could have made a lot more money. And believe it or not, we were just voted #1 skincare and color cosmetic company in the world. So,
there you go.
Well, that
works.
speaks volumes. That speaks
It
volumes,
does.
right?
It does, because you're right. I mean, it's very hard to buy makeup in a store, someone like me. So, that platform really does make sense to give the people the privacy and ask the questions. And then voted #1. That's hats off to Mary Kay.
I can give personal customized attention. I deliver products. I let you know what's new, what's coming out. If you have oily skin and you need extra help in that area, whatever it may be, I'm there for you to give you a one-on-one consultation.
Right. So.
When you go to a department store, you never know who you're going to be behind the counter. It's not going to be the same person.
Who's going to be on the other side of the counter, across from the stool that you were
Right.
publicly getting.
Yeah,
your
and the
face
info
stripped.
commercials, they make you think that, oh, you got to have it, or it is the best, and then, next thing you know, everyone's ordering it, assuming it is the best. So the other thing, so I know you said you have, a team of people.
Right.
So how many people do you have working with you?
I have about 30 unit members.
Oh, that's 30.
And they're not all in this area. What's great about Mary Kay is we have no territories, so
that's
we
good,
can
too.
sell anywhere in the United States, and we also can have team members. We have what's called the Adoptee Program, and Mary Kay started that because prior to Mary Kay, she was in a company, and she had to move because her husband got transferred, and she lost everything she had built up, so she didn't want that to happen to us. So I have several consultants in other states, and I've contacted directors in their area that helps train them, and then I have adoptees here in Florida that I've trained and worked with.
What
So-
a great
that's
team environment.
fantastic.
So it's not competitive,
Right.
With territories or cross training. So
Right.
that actually is a great
That's
platform
great.
for someone who has been in sales. It's the territory. It's the fighting of, oh, that was my lead, or
Yeah, we try.
So,
I make a hard effort not to take other people's customers. And Tammy's a good example because I had approached her about Mary Kay way back when, and she said so and so is my consultant, and I said
That's
great,
right.
and I haven't,
And she hasn't pushed.
I haven't done anything
we
to try to get her
appreciate
as a
that.
customer.
but that's
But she knows that I'm in Mary Kay, and if she loses her consultant for some
And
reason,
then I know I can come
Yeah.
to Christina.
Well, and then I don't
for
have a
anything.
consultant, so I can get one. But
Right.
but that speaks volumes of the company that they're not there's not this competitive so they care about the end person. So that does that really
Right.
does mean a lot for the person who's buying the Mary Kay.
It does,
That you
it
could
does.
still have that relationship.
Yeah, there's plenty of faces, plenty of business, and Mary Kay always says, if you have an idea and I have an idea and we share it,
Right.
we each have two ideas.
Yeah,
so
and it works.
That's
she's
fantastic.
really tried to live that principle out. So I have
Perfect.
a lot of women in Mary Kay that are my really good friends, and there's really not that competition.
So I would assume after 25 years, you're not having a house party of Mary Kay, maybe not, compared to, years ago when it was Tupperware or Princess House, you would have those house parties.
We still do the
You
house
still do?
parties.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'll have
We
to have
do-
a house party.
Yeah.
I didn't,
And then you can get hostess credit and get free product.
Okay. I gotta see
I
who
do both. I
gotta
do house parties. I do one-on-ones, whatever they're comfortable with wanting to do.
Yeah, I'll need to find people to invite. Tammy can come, but,
Well, just some of the intro with the rep that I currently use is, she came in years back when I was a banker, and she wanted to treat my team. And, at first I told her no. That was devastating for her, but I told her no. And then 6 months later, once I got myself worked in and felt good about where I was at, I brought her in and I said, I want to pamper my team. So
Yeah.
how can we do that? And we made arrangements for her to come in, and she was able to come in, and it was a nice after hours, get to know you kind of thing
Yeah.
amongst the gals that we were working with. So it was great.
Well, I will plan my Mary Kay party. So I know you mentioned Mary Kay Ash program. Is there any other stuff that they do in the community or you do in the community? I know we see you out and about and things of that nature.
I did recently do a fashion show with Patchington Fashions in Vero,
nice.
and they helped me raise money for the Mary Kay Ash Foundation.
that's
there.
fantastic.
That is so good.
And also, I'm very active with the Port St. Lucie Businesswomen. I'm actually a co-chair this year of the fashion show. And so the money they raise goes back into the community with scholarships and grants to nonprofits and stuff like that. I'm also very involved in my church. And I've done Vacation Bible School, taught Sunday school, and I'm very involved in Celebrate Recovery. So
And the good thing is obviously Mary Kay gave you that platform. So you were able to raise your children, and now you're just expanding with community involvement and things that are personal to you. And
Right.
that's similar to Tammy and I. I mean, part of the bucket list is so everybody can live their most abundant life, whatever that looks like. It's not necessarily a house or travel, but it could be serving and helping other
That's
people
right.
or be on a mission trip or, help, a child of need or pack a meal at one of the local churches. So there's definitely a lot of ways that we could serve, and it sounds like Mary Kay, gives you that opportunity to do it.
And it does.
Right.
It gives you that flexibility, and at the same time, it has the ability to provide you with a steady income.
right?
Yeah.
A good income, got to be there for my children. I just wake up every day enjoying what I do, not having to drag to work.
Good
So
for
some
you.
people say, oh, yay, it's Friday. Well, I say every day's Friday for me.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's important,
Yeah.
whenever we come back about, having an abundant life, everyone has a to-do list for work, and that's where Tammy and I were, but we don't have a to-do list for ourselves. But it sounds like, you are living your bucket list,
I am.
so that is the good part.
Well, and I would be remiss
Right.
if I didn't ask, because we are the bucket list show. So what is left on your bucket list?
I really would like to go to Israel
Oh,
and visit.
very
yeah, me
nice.
too.
Our church takes groups there, so that's on my bucket list right
That's
now, to take a
nice.
trip to Israel.
Yeah, I want to
sounds
do, our
ideal.
church does
I
that
do
too.
the same
and
thing.
The whole thing, so that'll be nice. Well, hopefully you'll get there. Is there anything that we missed that you want to share? Anything coming up that's new, or are you going to attend any vendor shows or anything that, people could, see you out in person? Or
I am going to be doing the trade show with the Stuart Martin
Okay.
Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, very good.
So I just
Perfect.
signed up
That's
for
on
that.
November
Great.
29th.
It's November
Yeah.
29th, and it's actually open to the public. It's at St. Mary's Church, so you could be a part of that and see Christina there and lots of other vendors as well.
Right.
Perfect.
Very good.
So I think if they need to contact, I know you shared your phone. Is your phone the best contact, again, for them to contact you?
Yeah, that's if you have to pick one, that is. But
Okay.
I check all of them. So
Okay, perfect, perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Christine,
for having
joining
me.
us on this show. It's always so fun. I mean, anytime we get an opportunity to bring on a guest that can help us really inspire people to be able to live their most abundant life. And that's something that you have embraced, it sounds like to me. You know, so thank you so much for that and providing that inspiration to our viewers and our listeners. And, you know, again, thank you all again for joining us. We appreciate everything that you do. Please make sure you go to Facebook, follow us on the Bucket List Show. And if you have ideas or suggestions about future shows, we would love to entertain your ideas and suggestions, so just reach out. I'm Tammy Crandell again from Journey Venture Travel and Tours and Barron Real Estate. I can be reached at 772-579-9536.
And I am Rebecca Danise with Barron Real Estate. Today I am part of the Superior Storage. They were the ones that were able to give this to Christina. So Jensen, they are on Jensen Beach, Hutchinson Island. Again, superiorStorage.com. And my phone number, if you have any questions, is 203-482-7297. Be kind, everybody.
Bye.